The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let 'em know what's what. Fire at will.
It's time for action, gentlemen. Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
This is the beginning of the show. I prayed last time. Jackie,
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius.
Carry that water, you bitch.
Leave her alone, for crying out loud. All right, carry the water, Jackie. Come on.
God, I'm carrying the
girl.
water. I'm carrying the fucking water. I'm not an Aquarius. I'm a Leo. I'm a sexy fucking rock star.
You're a Leo, huh?
Yeah, man. You know what? Thank God for Leos. Thank you, God, for giving me the power.
DiCaprio.
And I'm feisty. I'm the same day as Napoleon Bonaparte. I was born. Fuck every other sign. I don't know why you made them God, because I know that you did up in the stars. But I am a Leo. Sexy fucking rock star. Amen.
Napoleon
All right.
wasn't as short as they said he was, and apparently he shot the biggest load.
Napoleon was
know
actually
that.
taller than the average Frenchman.
That's
it's a
why
total
I
lie.
shoot so much load.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because we were born on the same day.
All right,
Big
so this is the round.
loads.
Okay.
You shoot load? A lot of load, Jax?
Oh,
She has
yeah,
eggs.
I got goopy loads.
You ever
That's
feel
not
a
a
big
load.
one?
That.
You feel a big one coming. You're like, it's gonna be big. You know? Do you ever shout it right before you
I
shoot a
can't- I don't-
fucking load on a
We
fucking
got big old
dog?
balls, Eddie. I'm sure you have massive amounts.
Yeah, you
of
gotta have
workers in there.
How recently they've been squoze.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
true.
let it build up for long enough, what are we talking
Take
about?
a week off?
Can you fill up a shot glass?
I mean, I could definitely fill up a flounder's mouth.
That's the way we start the show,
Got it
baby.
for
Save
camping.
it up, man.
That's
you gotta
it?
save it up until you get tzatziki coming at
That's
you.
the
You know what I
thing.
mean?
Yeah.
I can fill up the
Tzatziki.
hump of a camel.
Absolutely. Let's fucking get a job at Mamoon's over here.
What's a
It's
tzatziki?
chunky Greeky sauce.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Tzatziki, you know tzatziki.
I never had it before in my life. This is the round table of gentlemen. That's Jackie. She's here. Ed, you're here.
Tzatziki.
It's
Congratulations.
Tzatziki time. Oh, I put the icky in tzatziki.
All right,
And
very
you-
close.
And you know tzatziki time, and we get tzatziki time. Horny on tzatziki time. Horny on tzatziki time. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
All right. Did you forget your shout-outs, or do you have them this week?
Pollinators.
No.
Oh, yeah, we got some PlayStation Network shout-outs. Everybody loves them. Every single week I do them.
Somebody
Yeah, you don't
asked-
do them every week, though.
Someone sent me a Facebook message like, how do I get a shout out? I was like, go buy
Go
a
to a Best
PlayStation
Buy
4.
or a GameStop, purchase a PlayStation 4 Slim. They're like $200, $300 now, the new Slim. Take it home. Get a PlayStation Network account, $10 for the first month if you just want to do one shout out and never play it again. Or it's like $60 for the year. Fucking what a steal. You get to play games online with your friend and everything. And
You're
you get to
charging
send
people
me-
to give you a shout-out?
It costs about $360 to do a PlayStation Network shout out, by the way.
Isn't that something?
It costs. So anyways, Alex Azalon says, Jackie is the woman I aspire to be when I grow up. Also, Ed and Ben need to have a love child. Holdenators ho, bitches. Professor Placenta says, Jenna, Mark loves you and your weird butt. Tom Spence asked me to call him something disgusting and perverse.
What
so
is
I'll
it?
call him Ed Larson. The
Ooh, hold on a second. Ed's name's been mentioned. He gets to comment.
Fuck you.
All right.
Good solid.
Are we? It's a feud. The Pepperoni Man says he lives in jail now because he loves crime. That's your PlayStation Network shout outs. Back to the show, boys! Back to the round table of gentlemen podcast.
No one's really asking for him anymore, huh?
That was 4 solid bangers.
And you had none last week.
Well, I hand-picked them now. I curate the network
That's like
shout outs.
$1,400,
you
right?
handpicked those?
Yeah, that
what
was for-
shit were you dealt?
You know how much money went into the shout outs that just happened right now? Yeah, that's $1,400, right, Jackie?
Yeah, around there.
roughly.
Cumulative.
Yeah.
To get PlayStation Network, to buy a PlayStation 4. You can't hit me up on a PlayStation 3, so don't even try to go to the thrift store, you cheap fucking loser idiot.
Wow.
All right, Jackie's a
hate our
loser. Ed's a
listeners.
loser. Marcus is a
Why
loser.
are you
I'm a
doing
loser.
it?
Holden's a loser. The only non-loser with us just opened up for Waka
Waka
Flocka
Flocka
Flame. Waka Flocka is the big deal. I think Kevin Barnett is. How bad did you bomb in front of all those people who didn't want to see you?
Well, it's surprising that you would say I'm the non-loser of this group because I definitely lost last night, man. It was was fascinating what happened to me there.
First of all, talk about it. How the fuck did you get booked to open up for Waka Flocka Flame?
I still don't know. In Roanoke, one of the whitest towns of all time. I got the email to do it about a month and a half ago. And upon reading it, I knew that this was a suicide mission. I knew that from the second there was no way it was going to go good.
So is he like a fan of yours?
No.
How did you get the email? Where did it come from?
Was it just you were the cheapest black man he could get?
I'll tell you, the money was definitely less than what I would have liked with the experience that I had. I can tell you that much, man. But no, I think that like the venue wanted me, and I guess his people got to approve it. But then I went and it was a mistake.
What the hell happened, man? How many people were there, and how could any comedian succeed in that scenario?
Did you rap? Did you backflip? What'd you do?
No. None of that shit happened.
Backflips.
No, man. I already knew nothing what I was going to do was going to help my situation.
I just realized you have the ultimate fucking card up the sleeve with the backflips. If you're ever bombing, just say fuck it, throw the mic and start doing
here's
it.
the
You
thing
should have
about-
brought your saxophone.
Well, all right, here's the thing about doing backflips for one. You do it, you're throwing yourself backwards into the air. You never really know how it's going to go. I could have bombed this set and then also broke my ankles. That would have been the worst scenario.
I mean, it would have been beautiful.
Yeah, it probably would have been beautiful
viral.
for them, yeah. No, it was, I can say it was like maybe like 1,500, 2,000 people, whatever it was. And
Were you booed off stage, or was it more cordial?
There was some scattered boos throughout.
What was your opening line?
What was my opening? I just said some shit about Roanoke in my opening line. Nobody heard it. So they were screaming. Right.
They were just yelling, right? Yeah, the whole time.
I get there, like, when at first they asked me to do the show, they're like, you want to open up for Waka? And I was like, all right, well, there could be no one worse of a rapper for me to open for than Waka Flocka Flame. That's like literally, I mean, if you want to open for a rapper, you want to open for a guy who's like a slower vibe and says some like, thoughtful shit.
Right.
Waka,
Like an Earl sweatshirt type of guy.
Yeah, well, so just somebody who's saying some shit or whatever. Waka, his
Let's
whole
all
thing.
go around the room and say the rappers that we know.
Chance the
I
Rapper.
like Common.
Chance would be good.
I don't understand.
Chance would
What
be
does
dope.
he do? Is he a fast-paced?
No, Waka
I don't
is
know
just
this
like,
man.
Can I actually speak to this? I grew infinite respect for Waka Flocka Flames. There's a video out there where he did the gathering of the Juggalos, and he fucking crushed it. He gets on stage. Nobody wants him out there. They're throwing the bottles at him. They piss in the bottles, and they throw it at the performers when they don't like them. That's what they did to Tila Tequila. He fucking is dodging bottles like a fucking football player, like, just bobbing and weaving. And then finally he just says, fuck it, and jumps into the middle of the crowd and just rapping in the middle of this mob of people that hate him. And they
that's
instantly
outstanding.
grew respect for him and like started like getting into the music
One
and shit.
of us.
It's amazing. It's
So that's the thing.
incredible.
He's a beast performer, and he's
aggressive.
not like a dude I don't respect. Like I like the dude's stuff. He's just like a very he's headbanger shit. It's all just like wild, loud shit. I mean, there's several songs where the lyrics is him just going bow, 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 bow over and over again.
Good direction for the audience.
Yeah,
Maybe an Asian crowd.
But he's like an incredibly interesting dude because he does all that shit, but like he's also like a vegan. And then he has like this fucking cute ass dog that he brings around everywhere to every show that he goes to.
Oh yeah, the dog threw up in front of you,
Yeah.
right?
So I get there, right? And I get to the show. First of all, like I get there. Originally in my contract, they're like, you want to open? I figure like 10, 15 minutes. But then I see, and like later on, they said like they want you doing 30. I'm like, that's not gonna work. And then a week before, there's an amendment in the contract that I gotta do 40. I get there and like I see them like there's a crazy line outside the venue, or whatever, and I see people start to pile up, and it's just like, as the crowd starts to grow, they're literally screaming the entire time for hours. The people are screaming, and I go to the guy who put the show together. I'm like, listen, man, I don't know about this 40 minutes.
What did he say?
I talked him down. He was like, okay, all right, man, you can do, shit. You can do 20, 30, something like that. And then so I'm sitting there.
But you're back there, you're like, I gotta do 20. What mindset do you have to get yourself in? Because jokes aren't gonna fucking work.
No, I was ready to die. So then I'm sitting in my green room, and they're like, you want to meet Waka? And I was like, well, I mean, and then they just say, all right, come on. We start walking, and we go to his room, we start walking to Waka's room. You see that? We get to his room, and it's him, and it's like DJ Who Kid and a couple other people. Who Kid's like a big DJ, done a bunch of shit.
Is he like Chance the Rapper?
Or Common?
No.
Or Ice Cube?
Is he Ice? Did you open for Ice Cube?
Was Dr. Dre there?
They're all the same. That's what happens. The black rappers are all the same. So then, I get in the room and, Waka's like mad friendly and shit. And like, he like stands up and he's like, oh, what's up, man? And he goes to like dap me up. And like literally the moment our hands touch, like we shook hands, the moment our hands touch, his dog just starts throwing up. And I start laughing. And I'm just like, oh, it's funny because the dog is throwing up. It's like I'm not supposed to be here. And I'm laughing. And then none of them laugh. And then Waka turns around and goes to get a towel. And I'm still just standing there like, I'm like, so, how long y'all been in town? And as I say that, the dog throws up again. And I just stood there for like a couple seconds and I just walked out. I walked out of the room.
But do you feel like you warmed up the crowd for him?
No. So, I'm waiting for the show to start. And, I'm waiting for the show to start. And at one point, one of his boys is walking by my green room. And it's funny because they're all like my age. Like Waka's 30. He's like his birthday's like 2 months old. They're all like my age. And one of his boys walks by my green room and he goes, "Oh shit, bro. Oh no. Oh, this shit lit, fam. Oh, this lit, bro." And I think he's like talking about the food I'm eating or the crowd or something like that. And he's like, "Pardon me for a second, man." And then he just jumps onto the beanbag that I was sitting in front of and goes, "Ah, ah, ah." Had to do that, man. My bad. And then he gets up and walks out.
You just needed a beanbag?
Yeah, he just needed to jump on the beanbag for a second.
Oh, my God.
And then the people come in, and they're like, all right, you ready to go? And I was like, shit, I guess. And I walk outside, right? And it's like we're up on this upper level, and I got to go through the building around the corner and then go up to this other shit. And the whole time, like, the crowd is screaming, but then I start to hear them go, "Waka, Waka, Waka, Waka." And I'm 100% certain none of them know I'm about to go up and do 20
Well,
30 minutes of comedy.
Roanoke is such a white place. With any luck, they'll just think you're him.
Yeah.
You should have put some dreads on.
Start going bow, bow,
You're like, I
bow.
need to get into a Spencer's Gifts immediately and get one of those old Jamaican hats.
And then so I'm sitting backstage before I'm about to go up, and these people are just screaming to the point where it's like deafening. Like it hurt my ears how loud they were screaming.
God.
And then the dude who was gonna like just announce me, he goes up and they start going fucking nuts, like "Waka, Waka," and they scream so loud. He's like, "All right, we got Waka's coming up, man." Before that,
first.
we got comedian Kevin Barnett, and then they start booing already. And it's
Before your foot even touches the stage.
Yeah, before I
They're not even going to look at you before they start booing.
They're booing already. And then so I go on stage and I just I try to talk. I'm just like yelling. I can't hear myself speaking. It's that loud. And I have monitors and I can't hear what the fuck I'm saying.
Physical comedy. You guys throw out the banana peel. Just start doing
I'm just
the flip.
screaming at these people and I can't hear what they're saying. And at one point, this dude, like, I'm like drinking out of a water bottle. Oh yeah, first I was like, how many of y'all are on Molly? And like the entire crowd went, "Oh!" They were all screaming. Jesus
Molly
Christ.
has a very deep voice.
Yeah. And then like I was like drinking out of a water bottle, and one kid like in the front row was like, "Throw it at us!" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna throw this water bottle at you."
It's all the water.
During my comedy set. It's all the water at, and he starts screaming at me to throw this water bottle at him, which I didn't do.
You
which
should have done it.
Probably was a mistake, but like it was divisive. He was saying that, and the girl next to him was like, "You better not throw that water bottle." And I didn't know what
What the hell
to
is
do.
with the water
Oh,
bottle?
right.
I don't know, they just wanted me to throw the water
throw
bottle.
the water bottle.
Just
Get,
clocked them right in the face with it.
that's the thing. It gives them the excuse to jump on stage and fight and fisticuff you.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
exactly. So I was afraid of what the repercussions of such actions would be. And so I didn't throw the water bottle.
Very good.
Somehow, though, I managed to stand on that stage for a full, 25 minutes or so, just yelling.
American hero. Wow.
I just was yelling about my contract, and I'm getting paid regardless, as long as I stand up here for at least 20 minutes. And I was just screaming at these people. And
It was a comedic filibuster.
exactly.
Yeah.
There was a good maybe like 4 or 5 people like right in the front that were actually into it, but they were the only people that were laughing.
They just couldn't believe you were doing it.
Yeah, no, neither could I. And, there was a whole bunch of get off the stage and that type of shit. But I suffered through it, man. And then I finally...
And how did Walker respond when you came off stage?
Yeah, so I finally walk off stage and Walker's standing there and he just goes, oh, man, you must be tired.
Well, I'm sure he loves you forever.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's amazing.
And
Well,
then after that, like, you know, most people, like, we think you like hanging with a famous rapper, you'd want to stay and like go out with them and
No.
shit. But I left almost immediately. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
we-
didn't even watch the show?
no, I watched the show. I stayed and watched the show. We had to take pictures afterwards, like with
Oh,
the staff
okay.
and all that shit. But then immediately, like right after the last picture was taken, I got in my Uber, went to the hotel, and I left on the first flight out of Roanoke, man.
They have airplanes that go to
They
Roanoke?
have airplanes that go to Roanoke. Not a lot, but they do.
Kevin Airlines, only for you. Oh,
So
my
would you do
God.
it again?
Of course. Just for the
Brilliant.
spectacle of it,
Yeah,
man. This shit was amazing.
That's great.
All right. Well, I'm so happy you're back alive and safe. And I mean, the video that you shot of Walker performing, it looked like he did great.
Oh, he crushed.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, they loved him.
Yeah. All right, Marcus, let's do a news story.
An English teacher has been suspended without pay after she uttered obscenities to pupils. Jennifer Elizabeth Green Johnson of Dunnville, Ontario, allegedly asked a student, quote, "Why don't you lick me where I fart?"
This is Teacher of the Year, in my opinion.
Yeah, you think so?
Why not?
I mean, she speaks the language of the children.
Yeah, you know all those kids that say, "Lick me where I fart."
Yeah, look at me where I fart. I used to scream that at the nurse.
You know, like, that's the funny thing is, like, she was going to say lick my ass, but then she was like, lick me where I fart?
Where the fart part happened.
But Jackie, you can attest that could be either spot, right?
It could
Yeah.
be in the front, in the back. It could be, you know, sometimes your
the
mouth
middle.
makes fun
Yes.
noises, you know?
So maybe she was just asking for a kiss.
She wasn't even obscene. That's playful.
Yeah, and she also told she called one student a pedophile.
Sure.
She remarked that one student looked like a frumpy old lady today. And she also told another student, quote, "I have never said this to a student before, but fuck you."
I like this teacher.
I mean, I think the students appreciate it because the thing you got to remember about what it was like, is this high school?
Yeah, this is high school.
Those days are really mundane and boring for the most part. You go into the classroom, the teachers are very boring, but you have that one teacher where something fun could happen.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
But you know, she falls into her own trap, though, because when she does get angry, she's hilarious, so the entire class is trying to piss her off every period.
Yeah.
Is she a substitute?
No, she's an actual teacher. She was suspended for a month without pay while the Ontario College of Teachers, who license teachers in the Canadian province, investigate the incident.
I mean, what the investigation is that she's hilarious and she's another funny Canadian. SNL should cast her.
Yeah.
I like her.
Another disciplinary report from January shows Green Johnson pleaded no contest to abusing a student verbally, physically, physiologically, or emotionally in incidents dating back to 2011. According to the Brantford Expositor, she admitted calling students, quote, "stupid, idiots, gay, and a bitch."
I'm surprised she never said something funny about her name.
Green Johnson?
Yeah, I'm surprised she never said anything funny about
I bet
it.
probably one of the kids said it, and that's when she called him a bitch.
I wonder if anybody's ever peed on her butt.
Who knows what happens with substitute teachers or teachers who aren't substitutes?
Lick me where I fart.
You're hired. At Ben Kissel High School, you're hired, Eddie.
Ben Kissel High School, what kind of classes do we get?
Oh, my God. First period, I'm not even there, so you don't have to come either. Second period, you know, that's just where we comb our hair. Third period is lunch. Fourth period's lunch, and then we have dinner. And then the sixth period, look at that. It's already time for last call.
That just reminds me of...
Oh, yeah, we're drinking the whole time.
I want to go to that school.
Yeah, it's a cool school.
That reminds me of like a professor I had at FSU. He was like, what fucking some science class I had, and the dude would just like be lazy as shit for all of our classes. I remember there was one class where the class was supposed to be like an hour and a half, and if the teacher shows up more than 30, 40 minutes late,
you
he's
get
supposed to
go.
leave.
That's the Saved by the
But,
Bell
like,
rule.
Yeah, literally, we're all waiting in the class, and it was like a day or two before finals, and we're all waiting in the class. We need to like learn shit, and the guy shows up like 38 minutes late, like right at the cutoff. We're all about to leave, and he walks in, and you would think he had like some medical emergency or some other shit, and he just comes in and he stands at the podium and is like, I would try to tell y'all like why I was late and make up some excuse, but I just lost track of time.
He's
He
honest.
just gave up. He didn't give a fuck at all.
honest.
It
I
was
love
beautiful.
Well, this is a picture of the Lick Me Where I Fart teacher in question.
Oh my
I
God,
like
that
her
makes
where
it
she
so
farts.
much better.
Yeah,
Oh, right. She's got beautiful red
She
hair.
looks like you'd be a relative of yours, Ben.
Yeah.
She
for
might
sure.
be. Yeah, she actually has a similar facial structure to my mother. My mom would never say such a terrible thing, but I think she looks like a fun teacher.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any Canadian relatives?
No, I have no relatives whatsoever. They're all wiped out in the war.
Which war?
The one.
The two, actually.
Yeah, well, the one for us, but there was two of them. Yeah. Well, I think that this, there's no reason to punish this woman. 1 month unpaid leave. There are so many horrible teachers out there. These kids have to be confronted with the same amount of energy that they're confronting the teacher with. She's just trying to be funny.
Yeah, I wonder if she's ever farted in her hands so she could smell her own butt.
Who knows?
Hasn't.
What?
You never farted in your hand and smelled it?
No, it comes up. You don't have to.
Well, if you want to get
it's a
the
different
You want to get
smell.
the full thing.
the fresh, yeah.
Cup it like you're drinking water.
I never said cup. It sounds like somebody's farted in his own hand.
No.
I need to try this
the hell
new
are you
cupping
talking
technique
about?
that Ben
You
Kissel
going
has taught me.
overboard, man. We just trying to get a little sniff.
No, the smell comes to you. That's insane. You don't have
Cup.
to fart in your own hand. There's also no way that the hand could transport an odor like that.
You cup it, it's like a little
Jackie?
drink.
No, but curiosity does kill the cat when sometimes I Dutch oven myself underneath the comforter, and sometimes I just gotta.
You
I
gotta
just
smell
pull it
it.
up.
You gotta
like I
try
just
it.
gotta see how bad it was.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
What you got? What I got, I gotta give it.
yeah.
Do you put Doug under the comforter with you?
I still, of all of the mysteries that are gone in a 10-year relationship, I still refuse to fart in front of my significant other.
Even
That's
though he
good, man.
demands that you do it for sexual
Does not-
arousal.
He does not demand it. I do a lot of other things for sexual arousal. A lot.
How many things?
At least
many?
3 things.
Oh, like
Yeah.
what? That's a lot.
I mean 3,000 things.
Whoa.
Damn! Call the reporters. Put me in the Playboy. I got the tips.
Don't.
You should have a line. You should have a column in Playboy. They no longer do nudes. They need to fill
Yeah.
it with more
With
intelligent
something.
things.
But that's why we get Playboy and we also get Hustler.
Yeah.
You have to have a little bit of both.
you have a subscription
You
to
have
both of
Hustler?
those magazines?
Yes.
Still?
Really?
Oh yeah, we don't keep the Hustler in the bathroom.
Oh,
Where do you keep
does
it?
the hustler?
Away.
What do you do with the hustler? How many hustlers do you
Hustlers
have?
coming in.
Well, I've had it for like a year and a half now, so I guess about
You
16.
got a hustler subscription in 2015?
Well, because Playboy was getting rid of the nudes.
Yeah, but there's a whole internet.
Yeah.
What about Penthouse?
I'm with Jackie. There's something about holding a naked picture of a woman.
Pissing on her ankles.
It's hustler.
To flap out, you have the centerfold. There's something about that I still enjoy.
I just had an embarrassing memory where my buddy's dad had a subscription to Playboy. He kept the Playboys out. And one time I was like, do you mind if I borrow this one? And they were like, you can keep it. And I'm just like, it's so embarrassing. Like, why would I
What's
do that?
embarrassing? That's
It's
the
just
whole
'cause
damn
they
point.
know I'm going to go take it home and jerk off. Like, I
How
don't know.
old were you?
It was like high school. It was just very
You were
embarrassing.
still jerking off to flat pictures in high school?
Well, we didn't. Jackie, yeah, we're not.
college.
I'm still doing that, baby girl.
Apparently, you're the only one with a hustler subscription over here.
Yeah, what is coming from
What are you doing with
I'm
it?
not masturbating to it. That's what porn is for. I can't masturbate to flat pictures.
Really?
So what the hell do you get the hustler for?
To look at it.
There's not even articles
I
in
like
it.
to look at the pussies.
She needs
don't get
filthy sex all around her all the time. She's depraved, I tell you. Jackie's
are
the most
depraved.
depraved, perverted woman I've ever met.
I like the
Bates
different.
over here.
I like the different different themes of the photo shoots because they're all pretty hilarious.
Horsey, doctor.
And
No,
what's
there's-
the other themes?
Well, there was one where the women were half painted into instruments, like their bodies were painted into instruments, and then the other women, as they were, remember that one?
She showed it to me. It's pretty great.
As they're like fingering the other girls, but they're playing, quote unquote, they're playing the instruments.
that's
but they're
fun.
not. They were just like having sex with each other. Just one happened to be painted as an instrument.
Oh, man, that's kind of
See, this is what I'm saying. It's
And that's but is it sexually arousing or?
that one isn't, but there's something about like girls in the barn that I'm still
Girls
kind
in-
of turned on. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of girls in the barn.
there's a lot of girls in the barn.
Hey.
That's
Ed-
what gay
Ed
horses
agrees.
eat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's my
okay.
mother's favorite joke.
It is it's such a good joke. That and interrupting cow are the best.
No,
No, you didn't interrupt me.
moo.
You fucked it up.
Hey.
Your mother's favorite joke is what do gay horses eat?
And she goes, hey.
You're a comedian. Henry's a comedian. Your
is
mother's favorite joke.
Favorite joke.
I'm gonna go ahead and say one-liner wise, what do gay horses eat is probably the greatest one-liner of all time. What is a better one-liner than
Fish
that?
with no eyes.
What's a fish with no eyes?
Huh?
You ever heard that one?
No, that is so
That's-
stupid.
that's
Wait,
not-
what's
I
it-
like that one.
What do you mean?
I
What
didn't like
what noise does a fish with no eyes make?
No. It's like, what's a fish with no eyes?
It's a pun. Is it a pun? It's a joke about they
Actually-
took the eye out of the fish.
Helen Keller's dog, greatest one-liner of
What
all
is
time.
that one?
Why did Helen Keller's dog run away?
Why?
You would too if your name was no man.
I forgot about
That's
that
not
one.
a joke.
That is a
hilarious.
joke. No, that
pretty
is
fun.
one.
my favorite one of all time. I might have told this a couple of years ago on this show, but my favorite one of all time was the thing my friend in high school made up. I haven't heard it anywhere before or since, but it's very racist. And it goes, "What did the nigger get on his SATs?
What?
Watermelon juice." That's a great joke.
I got chocolate donut stands on my ACTs.
That's a real tough.
Full of hate. It's full of hate in that
Should
joke.
have done that last
Paper
night.
when she had all that juice on.
Yeah. No, I literally did get chocolate donut stands on my ACT report. The woman that I gave it to didn't think that the machine could read it.
But it did.
And it got full.
I got chicken finger grease on mine. I had a bunch of chicken fingers in a
gotta
bag.
eat while you're taking a test.
Because it was so long, so I had a bunch of chicken fingers, and I just remember touching it, and I was like, oh no, because I just had grease everywhere, and I just kept on trying to wipe it on myself. And all I could hope is that maybe somebody would enjoy the smell of my paper over someone else's paper.
So you just said they're going, oh no.
Oh, and they're like, shh, no talking. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, my test was remarkably clean.
Yeah, as is mine, because I take things seriously.
We're all in the same room, Marcus.
The second time I took the test, I showed up late and stoned and just filled in half of it without any regard for what the answer
I
was.
like you, Eddie. I should have been so fucking drunk. I was trashed for my ACTs.
I had to
Still
take
did
it
fairly
so
well.
seriously. I had to take my SATs so
I did very
seriously.
well.
Can't even joke about
My
it.
parents wanted me to take it 3 times. The first time I got 1,000.
I had to take it twice.
The second time they hired me,
1,000?
they
Isn't that
hired
like
they
isn't it
hired
like-
a teacher for me, so I could study. Then I got a 940.
Whoa.
They're like, you got to take it again. I'm like, I'm not taking the
You
fucking
did
test again. I'm not even going to go to college.
You did worse the second time?
I did worse the second time. I didn't take a third time, so I should have stoned.
Wait a second.
Filled it in
How,
fucking
Eddie?
willy-nilly.
Eddie, how? I mean, like, how do you do worse the second time? You've already done it once.
Well, it's different
With it-
questions every time.
Is it 800 retarded?
No.
No, it's 1,600 is the max at that time.
1,600 just the max, and I got 1,000, and then I got a 940.
Oh, that's not horrible.
Yeah,
1,000
good.
is average.
Yeah, 1,000 is
That's
good.
average?
My theoretical
Yeah.
physicist friend got it 1540.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's not that laughable, Eddie.
Yeah, so I got
1,000 is all
1,000,
right.
then I got a 940.
Yeah, the
I
lowest-
can't read fast, so any of the English part was just trash.
Sure.
You know, it was just trash. I got great on science, but and
Really?
then math I did pretty good. But the English part, I literally couldn't finish the story in time because I read like a fucking child.
But you loved the story, though. You were enamored by it.
I don't even remember what it was about.
Yeah. Well, either
That's
way.
the whole point of the test. You have to remember what it was
gotta
about.
remember what
and
you
talk
read.
about
You
it.
should have brought in a donut or chicken fingers like Jackie and I did, and then I think you would have focused.
I never went in the
I
first
think
place.
I was the complete opposite. Like I think I pretty much failed math, but was like near perfect on the reading part.
Yeah, I got near perfect on reading too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I missed one
perfect.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the reading was so unbelievably easy. You
Yeah.
just had to regurgitate what you just
If
read.
you can't finish it in time, then how are you supposed to answer the question?
Yeah, if he's reading it, because he's going like, if it's the words book, he's like Bo-oop.
Yeah.
Bo-oop.
I got
And
a
that's the
fucking
main. He's like, that's the main
half-pack bong
character.
in my Buick out front.
His mother's behind him, fucking slapping him in the back of the head with telephone wire, you know?
Eddie, I'm up in heaven, Eddie.
We know, Mom.
All right, next story.
Well, yeah. So the teacher's going to be fine, right?
Teacher's gonna be fine. She's fine. Let's go to a local story.
Let's do that.
A Long Island man dubbed Birdman by neighbors was taken to the hospital and his home condemned after authorities found nearly 350 pigeons flying around inside.
I love it.
Inside.
Inside, yeah. You want to see a picture of the piles and piles of bird feces?
It must be feet.
I can't see the
not
shit.
that much.
Where's the shit at?
I can't see that shit.
I can't
Well,
see the
the whole
shit, Marcus.
The whole floor is covered in pigeon shit. I gotta say, I mean, Mike Tyson loved a pigeon.
But they flew.
Well, they can still fly around the house.
Not inside of the house. I love the pigeon dancers.
So
I miss
what the hell is
them.
the pigeon dancer?
The pigeon dancers. When they swirl together.
Oh,
Someone's
yeah,
teaching
yeah.
them how to fly, and they're the pigeon dancers.
Jackie used to have him on her old roof.
Oh
in
my God!
Bushwick.
Every day you watch it at 4:30, the pigeon dancers would come out and they would perform. And
Are these
did
people
I
or
You're turning into
smile?
like an old black woman.
It's a dude who directs the pigeons how to fly in circles and loops and.
And they
Bushwick,
follow the dude?
Bushwick is full of them.
I've never seen this.
yeah, Mike Tyson's famous for it.
That's what
I
he
know
did.
about that, but
And
I
for
haven't
raping
seen it
a
in
woman.
Bushwick.
Well, you know.
No, I thought it was
Mostly
the ear
boxing.
thing. I thought it was the ear thing that was the big thing.
Oh, right. He's done a lot of things. What a life.
I love a pigeon.
You got a one-man show on Broadway out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, and an Adult Swim show. So yeah, the pigeon they orchestrate the
Yeah, they
pigeons.
danced. It was so beautiful because they would swirl up like a tornado around each other, and then they had different dance tribes, and they would go out and mimic each other while dancing and swooping together.
Yeah, and it's an old Hispanic man with a garbage bag on a stick directing them.
Or a woman sometimes.
Doubt it. It's never
Or a woman on a
A
stick.
woman can't do something like that.
A woman can do something like that.
No way. There's no
I'm
way.
glad you know.
No, there's no way. I'm like, fuck these birds. I'm sorry, Bird Luger.
So how long was he living with the birds in his house?
Police and the SPCA said they found hundreds of pigeons flying freely inside the house. It took nearly 4 hours to capture all the birds. A man in his 70s lived there. He was taken to the hospital in a protective suit that's used for hazardous materials. Hazmat teams wore full body suits and oxygen masks to protect themselves from the fumes. Officials said the homeowner also used an oxygen mask while living inside. The pigeons were allowed to roam and fly around as they please.
Can't
Roger
this
said it
guy-
was the first time he's seen a house become a pigeon coop.
Can't this guy just live how he wants to live? He wants to be surrounded by pigeons. He's got the oxygen mask. He's 70. He's going to die at some point anyway. The birds seem to be fine. I
seem to be
guarantee they
happy.
could escape. I think this dude did nothing wrong.
They got a whole community there, man. That was a brutal irony in that sentence you said. They said the pigeons were flying freely, yet they captured them. And this is justice?
Right.
that is true.
insane.
You know what? You're right.
And the pigeons are all going to go be killed. I mean, they don't
No.
care about these pigeons.
No, the pigeons will be placed with people who can care for them, such as the pigeon dancer.
No, that's a total lie. They're going to go to some sort of shelter somewhere. No one's collecting
They're pigeons.
pigeons
You just
other
let
than
'em
this
go.
dude.
No, they're gonna gas the
They're
fuck out of
gassing
those
the pigeons.
pigeons.
This dude loved those
That's
pigeons.
the pigeons. Yeah, this is the house right here.
They gotta leave this guy alone. Is this in the city or is
Well,
it
he
outside?
went to the hospital.
This is Long Island.
This
They
is,
found out because he called the cops on himself, basically, right?
he called the police on himself.
Actually, I don't know how cops found him.
I think someone ratted him out because he's the weird pigeon guy. He's sort of a Home Alone type character. I'm sure he was kind of creepy. But if you want to die and if you want to live with pigeons and die with pigeons, you should be allowed to. I think it's fine. I mean, the guy knew how to
for
live.
the birds. It's animal
The
cruelty.
birds are totally fine.
And they're also dumb. Let's put it together, guys. Pigeons are dumb.
We're putting it together?
We're
putting it together. I think we need to put it together.
Well,
Pigeons are
Bird
dumb.
Luger, you're the definitive voice on something like this.
Yeah, I would say actually pigeons are rather smart.
No.
Have you ever seen a pigeon take an SAT test?
Oh my God, I forgot about that one pigeon.
That one pigeon with the glasses that he wore.
Yeah, you were just talking about how you see pigeons take,
Yeah, but they were just taking. Yeah, but they're just following orders from each other.
Uh-oh.
I got more information on this guy. He sounds like such a sweetheart. His name was Greg. It says one of the neighbors said after a period of 22 years, Greg had a fetish of harboring pigeons and birds, but other than that, he was harmless. He was a gentleman. Whenever a bird was hurt, we would bring it to him because he was known as the bird helper.
That's it. Why the hell is Greg being demonized right now?
Why did they use the word fetish?
I know, he's not paying.
I've only found like one hurt bird my whole life. How many times, who's hurting the birds?
I don't know. There's a lot of hurt birds
Sometimes you
around.
see some hurt birds, man.
Oh man, kids will throw rocks at birds.
That's
They'll
the
try to
thing.
shoot them with
That's
guns.
And the ones over in Bed-Stuy, they've been smoking that synthetic weed.
Yeah.
And you've seen pigeons just laying out, squawking crazy. That's because they're hitting that weird, funky
What is it
grass.
called? It's called like snatch, right?
Snatchy, yeah.
Oh, that's right, the snatchy.
Yeah.
So now, what is the state going to do with this guy? They're going to condemn the home.
Filthy Snatchy. Hello, sir.
Snatchy.
Can I have some filthy Snatchy? What's the name of that place?
No.
Big Daddy's or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's Big Daddy.
Big
If
Daddy's
you wanna-
and the Snatchies.
If you want to go see some zombies, go to Bushwick, Big
What is that
Daddy's.
stuff actually called?
Synthetic
Spice.
weed?
Spice, yeah.
Go chill over there for a little bit if you can bear it.
The Myrtle Broadway stop.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Big boy, yeah, I was gonna say Big Boy. I walked by today. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful place.
The restaurant?
It's always insane in
It's
there
the
every
only
time I go in
it's
there.
the only bodega with the chandelier.
You hitting
the
that
restaurant?
spice?
no,
You
it's
guys
a,
try spice?
it has spice in it. No, I've never done. Oh, Lord,
no.
no.
We just
Spice.
recorded our album half a block away from
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen several people lying on the ground. in
Yeah,
front of
they're
Big
always
Boy.
I
laying
think
down.
I'd rather do crack. I'd rather smoke crack than.
Yeah, you know what you're getting with
Why
crack.
not?
You don't know what
Yeah.
you're getting with spice.
There's
Yeah.
a fun, long night ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Synthetic weed, man.
I saw some woman walking down the street in Ridgewood one time in the middle of the street. I could tell she was just on this shit. A
Yep.
car stopped in front of her. She just started punching its fucking hood.
Did she win?
I mean, I looked at it.
That kind of sounds awesome.
Yeah, I kind of want to do some spice now.
Yeah, maybe we should get some fucking spice. We had the Four Loco episode. I'm saying spice episode.
We had that
guys.
episode
We will
5
tear
years
this
ago.
place apart.
Yeah.
Spice.
I can't
episode.
run a soundboard while on spice.
You don't know that, man. Just believe in yourself.
That is true. Thank
Yeah.
you, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm always here for you, babe.
I know you are.
So this guy's getting arrested. They're going to put him in a home. All the pigeons are dead, and for what?
For what?
For what?
For
Nothing.
what?
For
Yeah.
nothing.
Bird helper just gone.
Oh, I think it's horrific. It's ageism.
But neighbors are helping to clean up the house. It also has no running water, but it had electricity. But they've also shut down the electricity and condemned the house.
Well, the guy needed some help.
He did. He was not. He was gonna die in there with those birds. Were gonna eat him. Like when he
Yeah.
died, the birds were gonna eat him.
I bet that's what he
way?
wanted.
It's a great way to go.
Sky burial. That's what they call it.
Consumed by what you love.
Getting eaten by birds is called sky burial?
Yeah, the Tibetans do it. They'll die and then they'll put them on these kind of rocks, like kind of
and
a
the
side of a
vultures will come
mountain.
get 'em?
Yeah, and like vultures and things like that will come and eat them. It's called a sky burial.
I want to
That's a
do what the
beautiful
Native
way to go,
Americans
man.
used to do, where they put you on a canoe and send you out to the river.
I think that's the Alaskans.
Well,
That's the Eskimos.
There's other
I
ones.
think
There's other
likewise.
Native Americans. You got to throw them on top of a mountain and point them east,
Well, why would you do that?
so they can be by the sun when it comes up. I don't know what the
goes
fuck their
through
culture's
rock.
about. You think I live in a house?
so Kevin, are you thinking about a sky burial?
Sky
now?
burial would be great, man. I think that's a beautiful way to be go. You know, just I die, I get the sky burial, and I have my remains scattered across rooftops and car windshields all across America.
See, I
That's a
want to
beautiful way.
modify it, make it an up burial. All right, you dress me up like a big house, put me in a big fun house costume, tie a bunch of fucking balloons to my neck, you know,
And then
float away. Yeah,
Just a-
float away.
I just do that anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about doing it anyway for
Are you-
Halloween.
Can you like incorporate a cute little Asian boy into that somehow?
Of course, I
is
can.
an
Oh
Asian?
my God, the
Yeah,
one
he's
thing
totally
I
Asian.
have
He's definitely
direct
Asian.
access to right now is a slew of Asian boys. I don't know what it is. Everyone's just like, "Do you want one? Do you want one?" $12, $6. I got two people screaming at me different price points on Asian boys when I walk out of my fucking apartment. They're
middle it.
going like wildfire these days.
Yeah, well, go for the middle number. What the boy from Up wasn't Asian.
Yes,
Yes,
He was
he
a
was.
fat
It was
boy
a-
from Wisconsin.
No, he was yeah,
Asian Boy Scout.
What are you
got
saying? There's no
Asians there.
Asians in Wisconsin?
There's a lot of Hmong out there.
I know they're
Whoa.
great people. I just wrote an article about it.
You talk about the Hmong all the time.
I love the Hmong as a
Hmong
people.
okay?
Yeah.
That's the race
don't
of
know.
the people.
I'm fine with it.
Mongolian.
Monkey.
No, it's not Mongolian.
you can't call them that.
It's actually spelled HMONG. It's a Vietnamese thing.
Oh.
So can you
it's
say
a
like
race-
those damn Hmongs?
You can't
That
say
would be
that.
negative, though.
can.
But the name Hmong, that's what they are.
I mean,
you
if you
say-
said it like that, it's like saying like Jews.
Yeah.
Which I
Anytime you
say a
add
lot.
those or
And you
them,
said
it really
and then you also said you got to get rid of in front.
Yeah.
Can you say
I mean, if you'd be like, all those blacks are presidents, that's fine. If you say, all those blacks are stealing, that's bad.
what? Can you say I ran out of tissue paper and gym socks, so I munged in my hand?
No, you cannot say that.
Can't
'cause
say that.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I
sense
get what
to
he.
me. I got
It
where
made
he was
sense to me. I know. I followed his narrative completely.
Sometimes you got to tzatziki all over your hand, you know?
I just don't understand.
Mungin.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm
Straight
mung.
mungin'.
I'm munged on
Oh
it.
God, I munged in my pants.
Isn't Hmong when you come into a dead man and then eat it?
You're right.
Is that
No,
mung?
it's not. It's close though.
No, it's not.
is.
Is it called a hung jury?
Actually, a mung is a kind of bean.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yeah,
no.
it's a small, round green bean, also known as the moon bean.
So Jackie flicks her Hmong to Hustler.
That would be.
yeah.
You used it in a sentence, and you have a 1,000, Eddie. Good work.
A mungin.
Or look up Hmong butter.
Ew.
I don't.
That's
think
where I
so.
draw the line. Mung butter really grosses me out.
So, what was your favorite spread so far, other than the musicians? There?
I think it definitely hands
was-
down the musicians
that's it,
one.
huh?
Really. Truly and honestly.
Very fascinating.
You gotta get
Holden,
creative.
You seem to be on your phone over there. You're really
One time I do
One
it.
time.
Just talk through it.
interesting.
I never do that.
You looked at your phone before, Kissel.
Yeah, just
You
talk
have your
through
phone
it.
on the table. We're not allowed to have our phone on the
Be a
table.
professional. There's 6 people on
Well,
this
it
podcast.
seems interesting that you were just on your phone.
Tell Alexi
You need
to
a
make
haircut.
me food. Yeah, you need a
I love
haircut.
my hair.
No,
I think
you
it
need
looks
a
good,
haircut.
man.
I think it
I
looks good
stand
too.
with him.
But it's not professional.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
No, with the glasses and the hair, you look like you're gonna start. Oh, be poetry.
Yeah, and you're wearing a T-shirt that says "Weed Dyke" on it.
Man, I tell you what, she's a great girl.
Yeah, I got my own shirts now.
What about me? Do I need to cut my hair?
No, I like your hair.
Thank you.
My hair's short. I could run for office. I could be in the military right now.
You look like a radio producer, Marcus.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah,
You look
good,
like
man.
Jackson
Thank you.
Brown.
Oh,
like
you
that too.
wish.
Ooh. Running
Yeah, I
on
can look
empty.
kind of like Jackson Brown.
Oh, Jackson Brown me so horny.
Ugh.
All right, let's get the show back on track.
Let's go
Lick me
to
in my
another
dress
story.
shirt.
Jackson White. Come on.
No, Eddie, it's not even a joke.
We're done with it. Get out of here.
All right, so let's do another news story. This person's fine with the pigeons.
He's
gonna
okay.
Be okay.
You'll be okay. He'll die in custody. Next up.
Well, that's kind of sad. A little sad then.
This is out of England, I think.
Oh, okay.
A man rang police to report that his former girlfriend had left their hamster, quote, looking like a fat little pig by overfeeding it. He rang 101 and explained to the operator that it was his pet, but his ex-girlfriend wouldn't give it back to him, and she was overfeeding him. This is the 911 call. He said, I know it sounds daft, but it's my little hamster. I don't want to cause any trouble whatsoever. She'll not give us it back because she says I look after it better than you, but it's ended up looking like a fat little pig. Not being disrespectful to the hamster, he was my pride and joy. I need him back now. He has only got a couple of years left in him because they only live so long, and I love him.
These British men.
Years.
These British men have been beaten down for far too long. It's unbelievable, this poor bastard.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? No, this is just how the British always are.
No, I think they need a little more confidence.
You think so?
I think so. Go get the damn hamster.
What's he gonna do?
Recon mission.
What is he gonna do? Break
Watch
her
Mission
window?
Impossible. Yes. Watch Mission
Overpower.
Impossible. No, just take the hamster.
Break her window, hold her down, scream all the things you ever wanted to scream at her.
You don't even have to talk to her. She has to go to work at some
Call her a
point during
snail
the day.
bitch.
Just go. Well, I don't know what a snail bitch would be.
Moves too slow.
Yeah, and her pussy hits the ground.
And her pussy makes it slimy.
Yeah.
Just go grab the damn hamster.
Yeah, snail bitch.
Yeah, snail bitch. You never heard of a snail bitch before? Or you fucking where were you born? Fucking Igloo in Alaska?
Yeah, right. What are you, Eskimene?
Yeah, what are you, an Eskimunu? What are you, mungie?
What are you gonna eat, a moose?
You mungie
fucking
slut.
asshole.
Bend over, you mungie slut, so I can fucking get your ass.
I'm gonna split my
so I can
mungie
piss
at you.
in your
Doubt
butt.
It.
What are you dipshits talking
I
about?
want to pee on Ben's butt, and it's now my new life's mission until I do it.
You lost me.
Bucket list.
To pee on Ben's butt.
Yes, to pee on it while he's
That
asleep.
would require you to
Naked.
break into my apartment, have to pee while you're doing it.
Well, fascinating that it's an apartment I have keys to.
No, the lock has been changed.
The lock has been changed.
Doubt
It
it.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's just no lock.
No working lock on your first floor apartment?
No. The lock works. It's called me. You want to fucking enter that goddamn place?
That's
Good
right.
luck.
I forgot he wears a lock costume when he's home.
Holden, I think it should just be your new mission just to piss on Kissel's butt.
Yeah, to
like
piss
I
on
mean, you
his
can do it
rear.
right now.
on his
Technically.
rear end. I'd do it right now, but he's awake. I have to do it when he's asleep.
It has to be when he's asleep because
Yes.
I feel like you could do it while he's awake.
No.
It's probably more exciting if he's awake.
No, because I want him to wake up and think he pissed his ass.
Does he have to be?
piss an ass?
Does he? Is it his naked butt that you need to piss on, or can he be wearing his underwear?
Oh,
or-
I'll be stripping him. I will be stripping just
I
the
have to go to
lower
the
part of
bathroom.
him.
You know what? I
don't know if you should.
It's easy to burn the clothes off too.
That's the thing. I'll light the clothes with the lighter.
So you're gonna grab more to drink?
Yes.
I'll have another, please.
I found a lock and key adult costume.
There you go. So he dresses
Oh,
like that.
gross.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
man.
guy.
Ooh, that man.
It's a guy. There's, I guess, the gigantic key is sort of a waistband. There's a lock on one side, the handle on the other, and the woman is just wearing a weird onesie with a gigantic keyhole on it.
I had an ex who showed me a picture of her and her boyfriend dressed up the year before, and it was a plug and an outlet. And I was just like, that's
much.
fucking. I'm like, that's offensive. I think I'm gonna call it offensive.
Offensive.
That's what
I don't know if you can call it offensive.
I was.
I'm trying to
don't like
understand why.
Because they fucking.
Yeah.
but
Because they be fucking.
Yeah, but
I
I'd
mean-
rather just scream, "He fucks me," and that'll be my Halloween costume.
Right. Now, how badly did she destroy you when she left you?
Pretty. It was pretty bad.
oh, word.
I'm just glad we're finally talking about it
Who's
on here.
destroyed us the most? Who's been more destroyed by a woman or man leaving us?
I don't know if from a relationship necessarily, but I will say one of the darkest moments of my life was in middle school. There was this girl I was in love with for all of middle school. And at 8th grade, I was like, you're afraid to talk during class. One day it was after school, like an hour after school.
I had one of those, by the way, just
and she
throwing
was
it out
sitting at the top of the steps. I was like, this is my moment, man. I'm about to say what's up to this girl. Our lives are going to be changed forever. And I walked up, and all I said was, hey. And she said, why the fuck you talking to me, you little beady-eyed motherfucker? Get the fuck away from me. And I walked
Awesome.
away.
God, I wish I
And it
did that
ruined
to
the next
every
4
person.
Oh my God, that is
But also, while he's away, hands down Kissel. Let's throw that out there.
Yeah,
Destroyed by a
Kissel
woman the
hands
most.
down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have like actual documentation of your descent into horror
That's
town.
true.
Yeah, but I got him back.
She got him
Yeah.
back. So I think if he was gone for good, we could argue that, but he came back.
Yeah, and
and
also-
boy, did he come.
Oh, he did.
And Jackie's was a self-destruction. Technically, she was destroyed by a woman more than any of us because she destroyed
I
herself.
destroyed myself, yeah, because I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa,
Wow.
cerebral.
Very cerebral. Very cerebral. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm glad we had this talk.
A woman
Yeah.
destroyed my spirit over a period of 3 years.
No,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's right.
Very
that'll
much so.
happen.
It was definitely, it was insidious at best.
It was a slow, insidious destruction.
Yes. Absolutely.
Also
Yeah.
documented.
Also documented.
Also documented.
Very well documented.
Very well documented. Kevin, you just got dumped.
Yeah.
Wait, again?
No, it was like 4 months ago.
Oh, okay,
You
the
were
same.
dumped? I thought you broke up with her.
Well, it's a technicality.
He's still allowed to be destroyed.
Yeah. I can't say probably during that. It was also kind of a slow descent into neuroses and madness.
you
I'm
go.
not meant to be with a chick, I'm supposed to be out there bobbing and weaving. That's what Luca does, baby.
Jesus, Ben.
You can't.
Oh my God, he really got me
Quit
another
my
drink.
Hey, you got another drink.
That was
Ben's
pretty
back.
fast.
It took a long time, I thought, but that's fine.
Wow, that was really nice. I need everyone to know. Kissel got me another drink.
There's some Roundtable fans out there as well. I was going to welcome them in, but I figured we'll wait until after the show.
Fuck them.
Oh, come on.
I know, we're going to fuck them.
Oh, yeah!
Now we're talking.
Suzuki!
It's seven dudes.
All right, time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Oh, no.
Segment, I want the whole thing.
Yeah, get it. Take it, baby. Take it. Get it. Eat it. Hurt it.
What the hell?
Now I feel weird today, guys.
What's wrong?
No, in a good way. I mean, I think in a good way. It's that weird round table combination. Hangover. I ate a bunch of
Burritos.
I had a cheese omelet and French toast. I had to cover the minimum to get the delivery, so I had French
bad.
toast, bacon, a cheddar bacon omelet, a muffin, and hash or
Yeah, but you didn't-
home fries.
What was the minimum?
Dude, it cost
$345.
The minimum was $10. I love diners, man.
Yeah,
I
me
forgot
too.
how great diners are. The minimum was $10. That was $15.
Yeah, that's what I love about Queens is that you can just order from diners. Like there's like 10 diners that you can order
There's
from.
one right around the corner I got delivery from,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was insane. I ordered an entire other meal to reach the minimum, and I still had to order a muffin.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten.
I don't
Holden,
fuck
you-
with diners.
I'm
man.
hungry. Yeah, you're just
You
making me
didn't
hungry.
have to eat it all at once.
No, well, I had a little, I had a fun run with it. So, anyways, today it's homecoming, right, guys? Last week was prom. This week was homecoming. Just scraping the bottom of the barrel this time with segments, and it's homecoming in Marcus's hometown of Rochester, Texas. And everybody loves it. So you have to come up with a homecoming float specifically for Rochester. They're going to vote for the best float at the end. So mine is rootin' tootin' gun bootin' the Jews, right? So there'll be a Jewish man on the float, and everybody will be dancing around with guns. Like, is it gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? They never kill the Jew because it's non-violent parade.
They did
But
kill the Jews, though.
It's kind of fun.
Eddie, you've
we
been
didn't
mentioned
kill,
you were allowed to
we didn't
retort.
kill the Jews. Texans
right.
didn't kill the Jews. We are largely indifferent to them.
Fine, a Mexican.
You just don't believe they exist.
That's the thing. It'll be see the Jew. Okay, never mind. It's just come see the Jew. It'll be a Jewish man in a glass case, and everybody from the town can go walk up to him, and it'll be the rubber glove thing coming out of the glass case. So you can shake hands with a Jew for the first time.
And they make a move to Austin.
Exactly.
That is where
the
they all
float
are.
travels straight from center of town straight to Austin. The float goes all the way and visits all the towns. It's a wonderful float.
An 8-hour drive.
8-hour, 12-hour float ride.
Yeah. Try to drive a float, more than 15 miles an hour. See where I get you.
See where that fucking gets your whole ass. All right? But it'll be like the Pope Mobile. No one, and that's the thing. So everybody, if people are violent and they do want to shoot at it, it will just ding right off, which
Good.
is kind of fun.
That's
The Pope
good.
wears a yarmulke.
Wow.
The Pope, it's not a yarmulke, Eddie.
It's a tiny little hat on his head with no brim. What are you going to call it?
Yeah,
It's
what
a
do you call it?
Catholic doohickey.
Oh, okay. I'm
It's a
sorry.
doohickey, yeah.
Kevin, I challenge you to beat me.
Okay. So, my float is going to be called the Bow Bow Bow. And it's driven by Waka Flocka, DJ'd by DJ Who Kid. And on this float, everybody who's in the proximity of the float will be given a BB gun. And I will be on the float tied to a wooden post. And what you're supposed
Wait,
to
like
do...
Jesus?
No, just a post, not a cross.
Yeah, like a
I'm
Joan of
tied
Arc
to a
kind of
post.
thing.
Yeah. And so everyone who has these BB guns is you're supposed to shoot at me, and you shoot at me until I either die or pass out. Now the twist is the person who fires the last bullet that renders me unconscious has to guess whether or not I died or passed out. And if you get it right, you win a free copy of Waka's next mixtape.
So
You going to have goggles on?
No.
So you are going to go to a small town in Texas
Yes.
as a black man, tie yourself to a post, and ask a bunch of white people to shoot at you?
Yeah.
They're just going to be like, this is some kind of shut up.
Well, whatever it is, it's a hell of a parade. Let's see. For me, I'm going to say take a wick, put it into the old gas can there, long wick, light it on fire, and people jump on and jump off the the old pickup truck there, and whoever
that's
ends
a
up
really good
on
idea.
it last dies.
Kissel, that's a fucking great idea.
Actually, I think people would be way down for that
That's
back
a
home.
really good idea in
Yeah.
general.
They're looking for all kinds of ways to die.
Yep. So that's kind of a fun
I
one.
am fucking shocked right now. I'm
Yep.
blown away right now.
It's not actually a good idea.
It is a great idea.
It's a
Thank
good
you,
idea.
Jackie.
What do we
No one
call
do it at
though?
home.
What are we going to call the truck?
Yeah.
Jump, jump, boom.
Blammo chicken.
Well, I was going to go with human meat. Come find us.
We'll call it the Steer Sizzler.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that way it's like in theme with like the high school mascot. This is Rochester.
Is it a steer?
Yeah.
Steers.
And,
yeah.
Oh,
it's,
okay,
and it's a
human
car,
meat.
so you got to steer it. So.
Human meat parade. The human meat parade.
Human meat parade.
All right.
I kind of like
Jackie.
that.
Jackie, a homecoming float for the world.
We call it Welcome to the Zoo. And what you do is you have a bunch of
Oh wait, the truck also goes over small nipples, as those are
It goes over small nipples?
speed bumps.
So you set up nipples on the road ahead of time.
Wait, you had us, Ben. You had us.
Why did you
Why would
change
you
it?
amend
Why
the
did you do
idea?
For the record, he never had me.
He never had Ed,
just
but he
wanted to go
had the
over
rest of
nipples.
us. I literally said it was a great idea. Why would you?
Yeah, what was the reasoning for what you did, man?
Oh no, Kevin.
Jackie,
Welcome to the zoo.
It's gonna be Welcome to the Zoo. Basically, it's gonna be a bunch. You're gonna have a puma. You're gonna have a tiger. You're gonna have a big ape. You're gonna have a lion. They're all gonna be tied down
on a
uncomfortably
single float.
on one float. They're gonna be tied down, and they're not gonna be able to move. And they're all gonna be very upset. But also amongst them is going to be one naked woman who is also strapped among them, but the animals understand that she is also under duress. So there's going to be like the head of the head of the zoo who's running it, who is a man that looks like Colonel Sanders, and he's yelling at the animals, and people are throwing shit at the animals. But in the end, they let go of the woman because of course they're gonna let go. But what she's gonna do is she's gonna let all the animals go, and then all the animals are gonna go and maul everyone in the audience.
Only like 10 people show up for this parade, so that's
So they're
not
gonna be dead.
Cup size on the
human
woman.
truck.
I'm gonna say E.
What?
Yeah,
Not even a
it's gonna be
cup?
like too much. Oh yeah, it's a cup.
So breast the size
Get
of your torso.
Hustler.
Get Hustler is what I need to do.
Get that hustles.
Get the hustles.
But they
So far,
understand that
Marcus-
they're not gonna attack her because they know that she was also.
Of course.
How do you feel right now, Marcus?
Tired.
No, about the parade.
Are all of these floats in the parade right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
of them are there.
cool. Yeah, I mean, so far it's a pretty good parade.
I feel like I thought there was a clear winner until the nipples amendment. So we'll see
Well,
where
I
that
think they're kind
goes.
of a fun, kind of a speed bump.
That was kind of a brutal.
Not human nipples, but
It
brutal
sounded like
change.
you meant human nipples.
Yeah,
Why
and then
we
that
never
means
do that
all,
to a
all
human.
the floats are riding over the. Yeah, who calls speed bumps nipples? What the fuck are you talking about? I
Keep it
hate
slow,
everything
keep it
about
fun.
I regret everything I've ever said. Eddie,
Yeah.
you are garbage. You are awful. What is
being
your
very
float
mean.
idea?
My idea, I feel bad because it's a little close to Kevin's, but I'm sick of people like taking part of my idea and me not saying my idea.
Do you want to go
Hold on a
first
second.
next time? Should we go the opposite way around?
should.
this
Yeah, it's
time?
been 6 years of doing the same.
Ed's always last.
Eddie,
Always
Kevin's
does.
was shooting a black man.
Yeah, mine's very similar.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but Kevin's allowed
Well,
to.
mine was shooting at a Jewish man.
Wait, give
All
him
right.
time. Let him
Okay.
Oh,
explain
yours
himself.
is shooting too.
Well, you can't rootin' tootin' shooting, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's gonna be we're gonna put him in a Cadillac convertible.
Who is we?
Who? What type of
Who goes
man?
in the convertible?
Or woman?
Well, it's not going to be a real person because I don't want to actually kill anybody.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is we're going to get, like, you know how when you're at the carnival and, like, you know, the balloon inflates and then you got to shoot it or whatever?
Yeah. The clown.
And so we're going to get one that has, like, you know, once you shoot it, it pops and blood comes out. And then, you know, it comes back up so you can shoot it again. And what we're going to do, it's like a history lesson, like a Texas history lesson. And basically it's Kennedy. You know, so you're gonna be able to shoot the Catholic a bunch of times, and his wife's gonna, you know, try to get on the hood and scoop up his brains or whatever. There'll be someone playing Jackie Kennedy, which is probably we'll have to put a little extra guarding on her because people
You
are
can
gonna try
put
and
me in
shoot her
it.
too. Thank you. And and so
My
yeah,
name's
it's basically
Jackie.
we'll put a bunch of people, we'll make
And
a
you look
bunch of
just like
knolls,
Jackie
we'll make a
Kennedy.
bunch of grassy knolls, and you can just stay up there and you can shoot Kennedy's head off.
yeah. There are no hills. It is extremely flat, and there is no grass.
I
It is
said we'll make hills. I said we'll make 'em.
we'll bring in the sod.
Well, you don't even need it. We do turf.
Yeah.
And also, some people do say that I am a fashion icon the way Jackie Kennedy was.
Who says that?
You got
Everybody
bad
does.
sunglasses. I know that much.
They are Ray-Bans and they are beautiful.
Are there nipples on the ground that you roll over?
No.
Good. Thank you.
Well, if there's one
Nipple thing was kind of fun.
No, if there's one thing Texans love, it's Texas history. So I think that we're gonna have to go with JFK.
Wait, I thought he was killed in Washington,
right, so-
D.C.
What?
No, that's just where they lost his brain.
Oh, Jackie.
Jackie, do you really think that JFK was
Was
killed
he the president of the United States?
at one point for a little while? First Catholic, last Catholic, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, yeah. And we ain't got no Catholics in my part of Texas.
I know, that's what I was going to say. They hate Jews and they hate blacks. But they
Indifferent.
fucking hate Catholics.
Nah, indifferent.
Really?
To Catholics? Oh, yeah, they never think about it.
Really?
Wait, what are the Bushes then?
Protestants, Baptists.
Presbyterian? Who gives
Same
a fuck?
thing?
Horrible people. All right, that's the Roundtable of Gentlemen. How fun. Is there anything to plug? Jackie, you look like you want to die.
I really didn't know that he was killed in Texas.
You did not know that JFK was
I know
killed.
that.
Yeah, what do you mean? How that is one of the
Everyone knows
watershed
that.
moments of American history.
I never learned American history. I learned a lot about Russian history and a lot about dictatorships.
You never
but I
watched
really-
Hold on.
JFK?
No.
Jackie, are you just drunk, or did you not know that JFK was
No,
killed?
I actually didn't know that.
You should watch JFK. It's really good.
JFK isn't even it is not accurate whatsoever,
But it's a
other
fun
than the
movie.
fact that he
It's a
was
good
killed in
movie.
You
Dallas.
should watch Pulp Fiction, too. It's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, is the JFK assassination in that?
No, not at all. It's just a sick-ass good movie.
Yeah,
I can
You
speak
thought
to that.
Kennedy was
is
killed
good.
in
Yeah,
Washington?
yeah.
I honestly never even thought about where he was killed.
Bridge
before.
over the River Kwai rules.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Eddie,
Yeah.
do
Do
you
they
want to
whistle
plug
in it?
anything?
Yeah, there's a whole whistling scene.
Bridge on the River Kauai. Not JFK.
Nobody cares.
Alec, what is his name? Alec McGinnis.
Guinness.
Yeah, Guinness.
yeah.
Alec Guinness. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was in Bridge over the River Kwai.
Are
was
we just
another
trying to
fucker-
get away from the fact that Jackie didn't know Kennedy was shot in Dallas?
You didn't know David Lean directed Bridge over the River Kauai either.
That's true. I am learning
Pull her
so
pants down
much
for
on
that.
this podcast.
Pull her pants out and you peed in her direction. Maybe
Don't
get
pee
her
on
butt.
my ass.
Pee on
You
her
only
butt.
Pee on
All right,
Kissel's
no
ass.
one's peeing on anyone's butts.
Let's
Apparently-
go fuck these fans.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people?
Let's fuck these fans. Let's get them.
All right, no, Eddie had something to plug, Marcus.
Oh yeah, watch Jeff Ross Roast Cops. Download it on iTunes. It's real cheap, only $3.99. Please.
All
And
right.
the Rob Lowe roast.
And that's fine. I don't care about that. But download the one that I care about, which is the cop special. Let's get down to it.
Wizard and the Bruiser on CCR these days.
What are your numbers at, Holden?
Big numbers. We're doing about a 2.9 on the Guyver scale.
By big numbers, he means he actually took a number 2 that's just 6 feet tall.
Woo! I went up above the toilet. And what else? Fucking, honestly, too, if you're going to get into a whole Tarantino hole, like Reservoir Dogs is pretty fucking...
That's a really good movie with when he's
Solid.
like putting all the gas on him and they're playing the Steelers
Why you gotta
wheels
be
on.
Mr. Brown? Sounds
Actually,
like Mr.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So I said,
Go see
plug-
Don't Breathe at the movies.
You
That
guys are
movie's
plugging
fucking
other
awesome.
people's work.
Yeah.
When you say you
Don't Breathe is great. Did you see it yet?
I tried
can't
to
even,
see it.
I can't
What
even
happened?
get into it yet, but I'm waiting for page 7. But other people, you want to go see a fucking good movie?
I have to see.
Do
You texted
yourself
me.
a favor.
Said you would cry the whole time. It's got what's his name?
Molly
Plemons,
Shannon and Jesse Plemons.
from Friday Night Lights. It's my dog.
Oh, yeah.
See that
Don't
shit?
worry,
And
Marcus.
fucking watch Friday Night
Listen
Lights.
to page 7 this week because we'll talk about it at length.
Do yourself a favor and watch Friday Night Lights too. if you
Do
haven't seen it.
yourself a favor and
totally.
watch it. You
Yeah.
should watch it.
Inglorious Bastards. That's my favorite Tarantino
Inglourious
movie.
Bastards.
Why the
Really?
fuck are we
That one?
plugging
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Inglorious
Interesting.
Bastards. Yeah, I just if you give me one to pick, I'm gonna pick that
Which one would you have sex with?
Kill Bill.
Ooh. Yeah,
Kill
that's
Bill was the first radar movie I saw in theaters by myself.
There you go.
How
young are you?
I was 17 when it came. I had just turned 17. when it came
Actually,
out.
Pulp Fiction is the first R-rated movie I saw in the theaters. I was like 11.
Kissel, if you were really horny and you had to have sex with a Quentin Tarantino movie, which one would it be? I'm gonna go with Jackie Brown personally.
No.
Is it because
yeah,
it's my
you like
name?
butt stuff? Big Jackie Brown.
No, I
Butt
don't
stuff.
think that that's the thing.
No, there's
I would
more butt
say-
stuff in Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
It doesn't
there's
even
a lot
matter.
of
If you
butt stuff.
Reservoir Dogs. I love dogs.
What about
bunch
True
of-
Romance?
Huh?
True Romance.
What is it?
Does that count?
I'm not counting that at all.
That don't count?
Don't
That
count.
counts.
Yeah, no, you can't. You put that
were
in there.
up from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, you might as well put From Dusk Till Dawn in there. if
I'll
you
put
True-
Reservoir Dogs in there, man.
you
I'll put
want.
True fucking Romance in there.
I'm calling it.
What are you gonna call it?
Jackie's the best. Yeah, fuck you guys.
Everybody.
What does a gay horse eat? Hey.
you guys at the Waka Flocka show.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.